As we know, Korea went through very difficult time during the past half century. We went through the Korean War, but we had also Han River miracle, which is really a miracle. From the poorest nation, we went to be a donor nation in the world. This story is well known all over the world. They ask me, how did you do it? How did you become such a rich, successful country from a war-trodden, poorest country in Korea? I told them, because we emphasized education, we emphasized science, technology, and we also emphasized economic development for the entire nation, so that we could have a free democracy in Korea. Well, George Mason, as you know, is after George Mason of the independence days. George Mason is associated with the human right, and his idea is really the idea of the independence of the United States of America. So, located in the nearby Washington, George Mason provides opportunity to observe the government, democratic government in action. We can visit U.S. Congress, we can visit White House, and many international organizations located in Washington, D.C. So many parents, not only overseas parents, but even in the United States, think that kind of opportunity is very important in the globalizing world in coming days. So people want to know about educational programs of George Mason. They found many innovative programs were started in recent years. For example, recently, George Mason started very strong bio-related programs. And also, George Mason's law school is concentrating on intellectual property, which is a really important asset in the coming years. In globalizing world, we need cultural exchange between students, faculty members, and the local community. And George Mason's location is the most efficient area for that global interaction. See Washington, D.C., where so many international activities are going on every day, and the students at George Mason have opportunities to participate in it. And also, we see international developmental activities through meeting with people working in that city. Washington is growing fast, but more importantly, Virginia is really making progress. Recently, George Mason University is listed as the most advancing young universities in the United States. People know about that, and people come to George Mason campuses in Fairfax and also Arlington. George Mason Korea is unique. They have now 3+1 program. That is, the student at George Mason Korea will spend 3 years after high school at George Mason at Songdo. So parents will have chance to see the growing children in the university environment. However, senior year of all George Mason Korea students should study in Virginia campuses. That gives very important asset, that is regular bachelor's degree certificate diplomas for those students. So they can continue on after senior year. After finishing George Mason University, they can continue on graduate schools in Washington area, not only George Mason, but other schools. That is additional advantage of George Mason Korea. So parents in Korea and also parents in the United States would like to take George Mason Korea educational program because they want to give their children global experience and also global certification to continue on advanced programs in many institutions in Washington and the United States. So this is why Chinese parents are paying attention to George Mason Korea, and southeastern countries students are looking at George Mason Korea because for them they have double advantage. They will get American-based education plus first-hand experience of Korean education and culture so that they can be internationally educated at George Mason Korea. This is a really unique program, and in the future, more parents would be interested in sending their children to George Mason Korea.